With that said, everybody, let's get into our call today. Halftime wins. Well, some of you guys are brand new, don't know this young lady, but I love her little saying. She says, I'm 5'2". I'm the fun size. She was a locksmith business down in Texas, and she just got fed up with that. She has great income, but every time she wanted to take some time off, she had to run if somebody didn't show up. Her whole life, she's been a go-getter and bold and stepping out by moving places by herself and stepping to play. I don't think this woman know what the word fear means, which I love her so much. And not only that, she's so bold. She told Tony Cooper, "Will you come to Texas?" To San Antonio, and he said yes. And she said, can you feel it? She goes, well, I got plenty of time. And that's what I'm saying about leaders. They just take charge. Even though she's never done it before, I could do this. And not only did she do it, Tony Cooper said, can I come back again? Folks, when the last time were you that bold? So listen up. And her topic, I tell you, is halftime wins. Regional director, none other than the great Miss Roxann Corralejo.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. As always, I appreciate you, and I love hearing the little snippets that you pick up and you say about me. I am back in Texas. I have this amazing Mexican food again. So yes, I had some tacos, and I'm really, really excited. But that's what you just said right now, that you don't even know if I know fear. And I'm so happy that you said that, because I do, as everyone does. And I get scared a lot of things I have to do. But the difference between me and maybe someone else is that I look fear in the face. I never let it cripple me. And not only do I appreciate you, I want to give a big shout out. And I know we have been all month, people sending money to Mr. Jabri Clemens, because he comes in really in a clutch. He is so helpful, beneficial to everything that we do. So for me, one of my biggest fears is playing videos on these calls. It seems so weird. I'm here talking for 30 minutes. What am I going to talk about? No, my biggest fear is when I want to play a video. I really want to share things with you, which is why most often I don't do it. But because I always have people too in the background. We've been doing these Zooms now for almost 3 years. The beginning of next year is going to be 3 years. Well, we've all been doing this. And why it scares me so much is because what if I can't get the video to play? What if I can't get the sound to work? What if? That's always in the back of all of our minds. If something that we fear is what if. Now, do you let that cripple you? And like I have been, do you let someone else run the show? I've been letting Jabri or anyone else that's on my calls play any videos that I want to play. And I haven't done it myself. So I said, you know what? I'm talking about all the time doing stuff that scares you. What I said that if your dreams aren't big enough, or if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. It's one thing to talk about it, and it's another thing to be about it. So this time I said, you know what? I'm not going to send anything. I got this. I'm going to handle this. I'm bold, right? I can't talk about that all the time. So I'm going to play my own videos. So I'm really excited. I have everything that I want to speak about. I have a couple clips, really small clips that I want to play. And then 15 minutes before 10, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, the whole time I didn't have a worry. And now I'm like, well, what if it doesn't work? And all these fears come back into my mind. What if I can't get it to play? And I mentioned this last week, is that we're not in this alone whatsoever. There are 60 people on this call. Why am I so scared about it? Is because I don't want to look like a dun-dun-dun. I don't want to look like that person. Like, come on, Roxann, we've been doing this for 3 years. Why can't you figure this out? Why can't you get it? Because I always have backup. And so 15 minutes before 10, I'm like, you know what? I need that backup just in case. I'm still going to try to handle it, but I want that backup. So I send my clips over to Jabri, and he could be sitting there thinking, like, really, Roxann, again, like right before the call, last minute, you're sending me these videos again. But he says, you know what? I'm almost on my way home. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to get everything ready. Mr. Thomas already starts talking, and I get a text message saying, your videos are up. I got you. So he's ready to completely take over. And I'm like, you know what? I'm still going to try, but I am so glad I have that backup. So thank you, Jabri. This is why we are giving him so much attention, because he does so much. And not only am I stressing myself out, but guess what? Sending him videos 15 minutes before 10 or before 11, 15 minutes before 11, sending him videos last minute in general stresses him out as well. So it wasn't only me in this, it was him. So thank you for always coming in the clutch. Thank you for always saying pretty much, I got you. That's all it takes. It doesn't matter what's going on, whether it's last minute. He said, I got you. And that made me feel really confident. So thank you, thank you, thank you again. Why are we scared of these things? Why do we have these fears? And it's just because sometimes, most of the time, we already fudged it up. Mr. Corralejo says it all the time, and this is where I get it a lot, but I've also learned that it's okay. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Go out there and fudge it up. That's why you got to go out there and do it. And I have been on calls before where I couldn't figure out how to play the video. I couldn't figure out how to show a clip. I couldn't figure that out. And when you can't figure it out, guess what? That screws up everything. When you spend hours or days or weeks preparing for a talk and you can't get something that you want your talk to be about, then what do you talk about? And that's a really scary moment, especially with 60 people on the call, 70 people on the call like we have today. That's a really scary moment. And how do you get over that? Is with practice, with repetition. Nobody is perfect at anything. We see all these great singers and all these great athletes and everybody that's out there, but guess what? They had to start somewhere too. They had to start at the bottom, and sometimes it was ugly. Sometimes they fudged it up. That's kind of one of my first videos that I want to show. It's often ugly. Most of the time when people don't want to show on video or don't want to do a talk or don't want to do something is because they're scared because they haven't done it before or they've fudged up before. Keep screwing up. You cannot fail. You have my permission to fail at anything and everything you do. You just don't have my permission to give up. The more practice you have, the more consistency you have, you will succeed. It still might not be the best that you think it is, but other people that are watching, you are going to inspire other people too, to go out there and do it. So here we go. Let me try to show this clip. If it doesn't work, I have backup. That is okay. But let's go ahead and get this going.
When people go, oh, you're so talented. You were born with natural talent. I'm like, no. Okay. have a listen to this. Right. This is the.
Has this been played in public before?
No.
Okay. So this
is
an exclusive. Ed Sheeran when he was basically.
Yeah. Basically, all I'm saying is when people say artists are born with talent. You're not. You have to really learn and really practice. This is me playing guitar and singing. I'm going to put it into my mic like this. It
It's okay so far.
It's right, so he has its fun. Hold me.
I'm addicted
Oh.
to
And then.
but I'm grown.
All right. Did that work, y'all? Was everyone able to hear it? Awesome. So it worked. I didn't have to freak out for no reason. But y'all, he was horrible. He was so stinking bad. And now he is just fabulous and amazing because of all that work. And when I first saw this clip, the first thing I thought about, not with practice, I can be great at anything I want to be, but this video really, it got me and it said, hey, I can really be a good singer. If he was that bad, that means I could do it too. So I'm starting to think like, man, I need to take singing lessons. My voice is very distinctive and I know it's very high pitched. You guys have seen me dance on these calls and I'm shaking my thing, but you haven't heard me sing. I am that person that people will turn up the music just to drown out when I start singing. Yes, I know, it's horrible. But I love it. I love to sing. I am loud. That is me. I have that energy, but I'm so bad at it. But this video says, you know what? I think I can do it. I need practice. I need lessons, but I can really sound amazing. If I have faith in myself that one day I can be a good singer with hard work, dedication, and consistency, of course. But if I can become a good singer, do you think you can get 1,000 points in 100 days? I mean, if I could be a good singer, that is simple. That is easy. That's like, of course. But now we're not 100 days in. Now, as Mr. Thomas said, we're 30 days left. We have 30 days to score 100 points. And some of you guys, 1,000 points. I think I said that backwards. But some people might not have done anything yet this far. And that's okay because we can always start. And that's why my topic is halftime wins. It doesn't matter when we start, just as long as you start. So now we have 30 days left and we're thinking about, okay, 100 days, that's 1,000 points. That's 10 points a day, doable, scary. I've never done that before, but doable. But now we're thinking, all right, well, now we have 38 days. So 62 days are already gone. 1,000 points because we haven't done anything, our team hasn't done anything, or we've done a bunch and then we had the purge, whatever the situation is, but I still need 1,000 points by 38 days. Now, this is where people start separating really. It's because of that point where they're like, wait a minute, I can't do it. I'll wait for the next one. He's going to have another competition. Like, it's okay. Sometimes people give up without giving themselves a chance. And I don't want you to do that, because even though it's scary to get 100 points or 1,000 points in 100 days, it's exciting to start thinking about 1,000 points in 38 days. Because that, it seems really, really difficult to get to. 10 points a day was hard. This is going to be even more difficult. So now this is where things get exciting. If you're not excited, then it just means you aren't working yet. Start getting to work. Start making those calls. That homework that everybody has been talking about all month, start making those calls, because even though we're scared to make those peaks, and I know some of us still are, get out there and do it. Face your fear. We're scared to do those presentations. Get out there and do it. Have someone else on the call as backup. If your slides don't work, if you start stumbling over your words, I've done that before where I had calls that were coming in and stuff kept dropping. I didn't say anything, but all I did is introduce the next guest speaker. That person had no idea they were going to speak, but I had that backup and it went through seamless. It doesn't matter what you're scared of. Just go out there and do it. And just like Jabri Clemens says, I got you. I could have easily said, all right, thank you so much. I don't have to play it, but I did. 38 days for 1,000 points. It's scary, but just go out there and do it. And that's when it gets exciting. It gets exciting once you start seeing these accomplishments come in, and you will fail. You will fail the first time, the second time, the third time, even 100th time. But once you start getting there, it starts getting really exciting and you can do it. So my next clip here, or real quickly, before I get to that, I want to talk about Kobe Bryant. I have brought him up several times, my favorite all-time basketball player. But I did hear something that Kobe Bryant was given an interview, and he said when he was 12 years old that he played a game and he did not score a single point. He was in the game, he played the game at 12, and he was completely discouraged. He didn't score a single point. And for a lot of people, that's discouraging, which might have you a little discouraged right now. You might not have a single point in your business from the day that this competition started, and that's okay. So he's talking to his dad, and his dad says, you know what? It doesn't matter if you score 0 points or if you score 60 points. I'm still going to love you. And Kobe says the one thing that his dad gave him is he gave him that permission to fail. He said, it's okay if you score 0, if you score 60. And so now he felt better. He felt more confident that he can go out there and his dad's going to love him no matter what. But Kobe said, F that, I'm going to score 60 points. He said, it doesn't matter. I already know I'm going to be loved, but I'm going to go out there and score 60 points. So I want you guys to go out there and know that you can get 1,000 points. And that is doable. It's completely doable. So now to this next clip. It is going to be a Kobe Bryant clip, but not that one. I just want you to hear what other people have to say about him sometimes. And there are 2 points I want to bring up after this. So let's see. Let's get this going. Yes, F that.
And Kobe said, you had a great game. I swear I looked at the clock like, it's 12 minutes. What you talking about? What was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking shit. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. The man come down. You remember he came, shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, bro, you been regular all game. Get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Then he pulled up from like 35 feet on some Steph Curry shit before Steph was doing that. He pulled up and laced it. I'm like, they called a timeout. Dan Tony looking at me. I'm like, bro, I ain't.
2 points that I wanted to pick up on that is, one of them is, who are you being as we're going through this? As maybe we might be failing or we're getting some no's or whatever it is, who are you being? So he said he was talking trash all game and Kobe was regular. Who are you being when we get these no's? Who are you being when people don't support you? And I think that's really important, because I've talked about this mastermind group that I am in with a couple of the ladies on this call, amazing, amazing, phenomenal ladies that are also presenting on this call. But for me, my personal story is that I have family members. So I've been in ACN going on 4.5 years now, and actually just celebrated my 3rd year as a regional director. I have presented to hundreds of people. I've been on national calls. I know what I'm doing. Safe to say that I know what I'm doing. And I've had that practice. I've gone through those fears. Well, I have an aunt that's been selling Mary Kay for years. Not any significant level, but she's doing it. She's been doing it and been consistent. I have another aunt that was I think she still is. I believe the company is unique with mascara and other makeup. And I have family members that are in network marketing. They believe in network marketing. But then here I am with ACN, and I have no family members that are a part of my business. I have no family members that are customers. And that was really difficult because I'm like thinking, hey, all right, well, let me prove myself to them first. Maybe just because I'm the niece or I'm the young one, and you know what, let me prove myself. So I don't even ask them to become a business partner. I say, I just need you to become a customer. I just need that gas bill. Your gas is going to be the same in California. I just need my aunt and my uncle had just started a flower company, and they were talking about getting quotes for credit card processing. Guess who was not able to get them a quote? They didn't have time. I didn't get the no, but they didn't have time to talk to me. But guess what? They still have a credit card processing company. How does that work? I could have gone a certain way and say I would not support them. I would not buy their makeup. I would not do this. Pamper chef parties. Whatever it is, I am there to support them. And there was a way I could have turned and either given up because I didn't have that support from people that are supposed to love me, people that I know love me, but did not support me in business. Still to this day, as a regional director, and I still don't have their support. Why is that? Who stinking knows? But what did I do? I just kept talking to more people. I say, that's okay. They were the practice run. My family was the practice run. With thousands of customers within my organization, none of them are family members. And for some people that might be a little discouraging, but just keep talking to people, talk to professional people, talk to those people around you. And it is okay when people say no. What's not okay is if you don't act right about it. So in this mastermind group, we're having this conversation, and some of the girls are just kind of lost because they make these connections. It's professional connections. We're networking, we're talking to people, and they're like, I just really don't know how to go about this because we make these professional relationships. I've already sent this person several referrals and they have not supported my business once. Now that happens a lot. It has happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to numerous people on this call. But just remember who you are and who you're being. That doesn't mean you continue to support someone that's not supporting you, not giving you permission to get walked all over. Just remember who you're being when that happens. And so the second point that I want to talk about when this last clip, and then I am done, I believe, yep, right about time, is that 12 minutes left in the game. And Kobe says, you had a good game. You had a good game. He's like, wait, there's still 12 minutes. What do you mean I had a good game? Like, I'm rocking it. I'm crushing it. And he comes out of nowhere. I love that because we talk about halftime wins, and this is my topic, but it's not really halftime. It's anytime you come to play, anytime you show up, make sure you freaking show up and you knock it out of the park. So with 38 days left, that is all that we have. That is less than half of this competition, and it's okay. Show up. That's all you need to do. Put in the work, be consistent. It doesn't matter what's happened the last 62 days. It doesn't happen if you've not put a single thing in. Show up. I've said it once before. The game is not over until that whistle blows. We still have 38 days before that whistle blows. Go out there, get work done, knock it out of the park because I believe in you and you are not going to fail unless you give up. Do not give up. There is still plenty of time. We're almost done with October, and I hope you guys are rocking it out. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. I always love these conversations, and I love being able to share with you guys.
Hey, I like the idea was the background was Ms. Corralejo showed on our first video. RVP in the background on the video was what 1692. Do you want to take a moment to explain that with what I saw there?
Yes. So I mentioned last week, and I do, is knowing exactly where you are. And I think it's bonkers when I talk to people and ask them how many points their next promotion, and they have no clue. And I'm like, what do you mean you have no clue? How are you supposed to get to the finish line if you don't know where the finish line is? And know where your team members are as well. So I always have that on my backgrounds on my iPad and on my phone is how many points I need. And I update that regularly, whether I've had a purge or whether I've got new customers, and I know exactly where I have to be to get to my next promotion level.
I want to commend you for that. My leaders do the same thing. I've got to think every week, we got to know our numbers, know where you're at. How are you going to know where you're going to go if you don't know where you're at? And I love that. That's why I brought that up. So maybe the rest of everybody on here will do the same. How many points are you away from your next promotion? Not how many IBOs, how many points, folks? Very powerful. So maybe you guys get a clue right there. That was a nugget right there. When I saw that, she gets it. She got it. I love it.